I know you've been
Broadcasting live from Great Black Detox Towers here in sunny Atlanta. And I'm your host, Mr. Breaks, alongside the man himself, Dr.Amsu. It's the Great Black Detox Fibroid Fridays, and it's the day where we talk about female reproductive health issues. This is, to me, Dr.Amsu, I don't know about you, mate, but this is the platform, the number one platform where people of color can discuss their health issues and get real life solutions, true conversations, honest conversations. So Dr. Amsu, I don't know if there's anything topical you want to talk about whilst we're waiting for people to come on. We're going to jump into the questions. We've got Nadine Romeo, our friend, who's done her hair up especially for you. Your hair looks beautiful, Nadine.
Thank you.
Lovely, indeed. So what can we do today, Nadine?
All right. So one of my cousins, she lives in Florida. She's in her late 50s, and she's had fibroids for years and other health conditions. She's overweight and stuff like that. So I've always been telling her to change her diet. I've even tried to tell her about doing the detox, but people are hard. It's hard for people to make changes. So she already went to see the doctor, and of course they want to do the surgery. They're talking about hysterectomy for her. And she figured she's okay with doing that because she's in her late 50s. She's a retired nurse. And I'm trying to convince her to at least do the detox because she wants to lose some weight before the surgery. Would that be recommended for her to do the 14-day detox before she does her surgery, or no?
Now she's going to get a hysterectomy, right?
This is what they're telling her.
All right, and so I cannot be a party to that. If she's in a life-threatening condition or situation, and the hysterectomy is going to save her life, that's the only time.
I don't think it's life-threatening, honestly. I don't. I'm being honest. I don't think it is, because they might not do a full, might be a partial, because she's had the fibroids for so long and they're kind of large. But I mean, she's just relaxing. I mean, she's not actually, as though she's dying to me. I think she just wants to just get rid of whatever is inside. She's just okay with it.
Right.
She's okay with surgery. So she's in that mindset.
Right. So part of the whole regime, right, the whole narrative is to get Black women to give up their wombs to get hysterectomies, and then she will need hormone replacement therapy, because the majority of sex hormones are produced by the ovaries, in the ovaries. There's other places that these hormones are produced, but predominantly in the ovaries. So when you get rid of that, now you have a situation where progesterone is produced there, and that's going to decline significantly. Testosterone is produced there, and that helps with muscle mass. It helps with libido, energy levels, and that. And there'll be a somewhat decline in estrogen, but estrogen is produced so many places in the body. We get xenoestrogens, we're surrounded by estrogens. So there's going to be this domination of uninhibited estrogen, which is going to, all right, what her body is proving right now, because she has fibroids, is that the body is inflammatory, it's tumorous, right? And there's places where estrogen will attack. You have the uterus, then there's the thyroid gland, then there's the breast.
She has got borders on her thyroid.
Right. So that will get worse, because now the estrogen is not going to be focusing so much on the uterus, because it's not going to be there, right? And when she removes her ovaries, then she's cutting off the supply of those hormones that somewhat inhibit estrogen. So estrogen will go unencumbered, right? And it will wreak havoc. So this is where, it's out of the frying pan into the fire.
Okay.
So she wants to stay in the frying pan, and we deal with the frying pan. That's why we have the Great Black Fibroid Detox. So there's no need to go through the hysterectomy and then do HRT and then develop down the line, this is a very frequent occurring issue, where HRT will lead to, hormone positive breast cancer.
Oh,
so, and this is what you're supposed to have informed consent, which means that they give you all the scenarios, everything that could happen, adverse or, great. And they don't give you the adverse, the life-threatening conditions that may occur, that's catalyzed from this whole situation of a hysterectomy. And so many Black women have it. Black women lead the world, right? Black women in America, you have the whole world combined, don't have as many hysterectomies as African American women, because there's an agenda.
Oh, yeah. This is, I've heard you guys say that many times. But so then don't do a detox.
Do the detox.
No,
Always
but she wants to know what that means.
But don't do the hysterectomy.
Tell her this from us, right? Because we've got to jump on. I want to speak to Claudine.
Okay.
Tell her that Dr. Amsu wants to help her. Okay. Tell her that she can reach out to us. You've got our email address. You've got our IG, you've got the app. Tell her to reach out. No judgment. With love. Do you know what I mean? And if she wants not to come on here, she wants a private consultation just to talk to someone about that, she can hit us up. We may charge her for a consultation, but the point I'm making is that, she doesn't have to come on this call. But in all seriousness, we would rather spend an hour talking to your cousin and then save her life, right? Than shrug her off. And then she goes and does that, because it affects the whole community. We talked a while ago, we haven't talked about it for a while, about the impact these things have on the whole Black family, on our community. There are a lot of women who are going through some very painful, physically and emotionally, right, problems because of their health. And it matriculates through every part of their life, right? And it has an effect on their husbands and that relationship, which goes on to the children. So as Dr. Amsu said, we joke about it, we try and make, light of it just so we can have these conversations. But in all seriousness, I don't know how tough you want to get with her. I don't lock the door, take her car keys, I don't know, call your oath, have an intervention, call the whole family around.
We have RNs and we have MDs who have been on our fibroids program and eliminated fibroids. So we can get
they're in the chat right now.
There might be a few of them on the call, but we'll get one of our partners, Dr. Brandy Brown.
So
right, she eliminated her fibroids and she swears by what we do. She swears by it. And also Dr. Davidson up in Canada.
Yep.
There are a lot of registered nurses and doctors, MDs, in what we've been doing since 2011 up until now, 10 years, a decade of our fibroid elimination program. We've had thousands and thousands of women who have eliminated their fibroids. So included in that are registered nurses and MDs who are not gynaes, who are not endocrinologists, and that were at the end of their tethers trying to work out, what am I going to do? I don't want to have surgery because I see what happens to these women after they have surgery. I don't want to do it.
I forgot to mention, I bumped into Dr. Brandy Brown at Naturi.
Oh, today?
Yeah.
All right.
She said she's going to come through. So listen, we're going to do a podcast. We're going to invite her on.
You know what? We should have her on the Fibroid Fridays.
Well, you know what we'll do?
Put her right in the middle.
Closer to me, though, when she comes. You'll see. So we're going to have Dr. Brandy Brown on here at some point, and you guys can ask her questions too. So you don't keep hearing it from us, chocolate eye candy here. You're going to hear it from women just like you. Well, Nadine, it's always a pleasure. You know how to reach us. Stay on the call. We always love having your questions. Always a great conversation. Congratulations on the braids. And we hope this is highlights next time. I want to see a little blonde highlight in there,
I know